Alright, folks, it's now time to proceed with the 10th game of my run of Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii, my second run of it. My 9-game total is $213,436. Can I add on to that $213,436? Well, we will find out.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. You all look eager to get underway, so let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: the solar system, Bible belts, I want to be, pop culture, parts of speech, and it happened on Halloween. Player 1, where do we... One of these dancers, so I'm practicing my arabesques and pirouettes so I can perform with the Kirov. It's Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad. You got it.
Oh, yeah.
We return to you one of these, from the Greek for star sailor, like John Glenn or Buzz Aldrin. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is astronaut?
Yes.
600, please. I want to be.
Player 1, back to you. One of these, and deal with the health problems of vicunas, pintos, and Great Danes. Yes, Player 1.
What is veterinarian?
That's right, way to go.
800, please.
Player 1, like Martin Luther King and the Dalai Lama, and be honored with this humanitarian prize given in Oslo. Player 1.
What is the Nobel Peace Prize?
Right you are.
1,000, please.
Select again. This, from the Greek for straight, and make some big bucks correcting crooked teeth with braces. It's Player 1.
What is an orthodontist?
Yep.
Well done in that category.
You get to pick again, Player 1. Dream when you're feeling blue. Dream. That's the thing to do. Dream. Let's hear it, Player 1. Correct.
400.
Please pick again, Player 1. Rodney Dangerfield said, "When I was born, I was so ugly, the doctor slapped my mother." Ugly. Okay, Player 1. Good. Player 1. I killed a man in Reno just to watch him die. In... Player 1.
What is a preposition?
Yeah. That's correct.
800.
Player 1. We know you're very smart, but are you smart enough to know? Very. Yes, Player 1.
What is an adjective? Oh no, that's not right.
Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. An adverb.
Adverb. Oh.
You again, Player 1. So when you're happy, hooray, or sad, aw, or frightened, eek, or mad, rats. Hooray, aw, eek, rats.
What are interjections?
Player 1. Right. Choose again, Player 1. In December of 2006, NASA announced that water may have flowed on this planet's surface within the past decade. Okay, Player 1.
What is What is Venus?
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers?
Kind of
Let's hear
struggling
it,
a bit
player
now.
3.
Mars.
Yeah, you're right. You get to pick again, player 3. In 1980, Hermes, one of these objects, came within 300,000 miles of the Earth. It's player 1.
What is a meteor? No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Holy mackerel.
Well, that's where my hotel is. So, that's where
We're talking about an asteroid.
Asteroid.
You again, player 3. On October 10th, 1846, 17 days after the discovery of this planet, its largest moon, Triton, was discovered. Yes, player 1.
What is Saturn?
That's not it.
Oh my god!
Anyone else?
Oh! Man, I am going backwards in a hurry.
Here's the response we were looking for. Neptune. Select again. 1926. There's no escape for this magician who dies following a rupture of his appendix. Okay, player 1.
Who is Harry Houdini?
You are correct.
There we go.
Player 1. 1846. Heavy snowfall traps this carnivorous party in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
What is the Donner Party?
Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct. Please pick it. 1956. The Brits and the French invade Egypt in response to the nationalization of this. It's player 1.
What is the Suez Canal?
That is correct.
800 happened on Halloween.
Player 1. 1961. This man's body is removed from Lenin's tomb. Player 1.
Who is Joseph Stalin?
Good for you.
Happened on Halloween for 1,000.
Player 1. 1998. This Mideast nation announces it will no longer cooperate with UN weapons inspectors.
Paris,
Here's what we wanted. Iraq.
Netherlands,
Iraq. Okay.
Germany.
We return to you, player 1. These solar discharges, consisting of light, heat, and cosmic rays, may last up to an hour. Yes, player 1.
What are flares?
Good.
There we are. Now I'm back on track with the solar system.
Player 1. Back in July of 2005, scientists announced the discovery of Eris, a dwarf planet larger than Pluto, in this
What
belt.
is the Kuiper Belt?
It's player 1. That's it. Select again. Here's Kelly.
Glasses with colored filters in each eye let you watch films in 3D. At the 2010 Grammys, the audience donned them for a montage from this performer's This Is It.
Let's hear it, player 1.
Who's Michael Jackson?
Right. Choose again. Player and 1. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Kevin James weds this Hanukkah song guy at Niagara Falls. Yes, player 1. Right. We return to you. Michael C. Hall of 6 Feet Under went to Showtime to play this homicidal title character. Okay, player 1.
Who is Dexter Morgan?
Yes.
Got it. 800.
Please pick. In 1964, he topped the pop music charts with the title song from Hello Dolly. Player 2.
Bobby Vinton. No, that's not right.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player one.
Who is Bobby? No. Yeah, who is Bobby Darin?
No.
Oh, shoot.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, player three. You get to pick again, player three.
Don't!
Answer. It's the
Now I'm kicking myself for
You're
that.
currently in second place. Give us a wager, player three.
That mistake.
Okay, here is the clue. A two-time Oscar-winning actress, one of her first jobs was as the copper-tone suntan lotion girl at age 3 in 1965.
Jodie Foster, yeah.
Is correct. You again, player three. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says that if someone smiteth you here, offer also the other. Player one?
What is the cheek?
Yes.
800, please.
Player one, you pick. In a book named for Moses' successor, this man smites the Gibeonites, the Hebronites, and the Eglonites. Yes, player one.
Who is Joshua?
Good. Player one, backed in Judges. Samson whopped on 1,000 Philistines with this part of an ass.
Metropolitan, Gibraltar, Hrvatska, is that correct? Liechtenstein.
The correct response is the jawbone.
Yeah.
Player one, after striking down his brother in Genesis, this man said, "My punishment is greater than I can bear." It's player one.
Who's Adam? I don't know.
No.
Down to 8,000.
Any other takers? Yes, player three.
Cain?
Yes.
Yeah, that
And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. In Numbers chapter 20, after the Israelites complained, Moses smote one of these twice, and water came out. Let's hear it, player one.
Yeah.
Right.
I finish up the round with
The
8,600.
double Jeopardy round will begin right after this.
Alright, let's go into the double Jeopardy round.
We start the double Jeopardy categories with this one. Retronyms. Theater around the world. Airports. Graphic novels on film. Geology. And I resign. Player two, you're in last place. Let's see if you can close that gap. The musical Les Mis didn't debut on Broadway, but in this city. Its setting.
What is Paris?
It's player one. Right.
Theater around the world 800.
Player one. He directed a landmark Chinese production of his play Death of a Salesman at the People's Art Theater in Beijing.
Who's Arthur Miller?
Player one. Right.
Theater for 12.
Choose again, player one. A Dutch TV reality show picked the muscular swinger for the European run of this Disney musical.
What is Tarzan?
Okay, player one. That's right, way to go.
Theater for
Player
16.
one, there's a method behind his founding of the Moscow Art Theater with Nemirovich Danchenko. Let's hear it, player three.
Which would really suck.
Stanislavski.
You get to pick again, player three. All right, here with the clue is Kelly.
Performers in this traditional Japanese art of singing and dancing wear elaborate stylized makeup.
Yes, player one.
What is Kabuki?
You got it. Select again. Denver International has North America's longest commercial one of these. 3 miles long.
7 really small
What's
Player
the
one.
runway?
Their SD cards.
Hey, you're right. Player 1. At St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport in this state, a plaque marks the 1914 sale of the first air travel ticket.
Where's Florida?
It's Player 1. That is correct. We return to you, Player 1. This mayor presided over the construction of New York City's first municipal airport. Okay, Player 1.
Who's LaGuardia?
That's correct.
1,600 airports.
Player 1, back to you. A company called BAA operates Southampton, Stansted, and Glasgow, but this is its busiest airport. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Where's Heathrow?
Good.
2,000.
Please pick again, Player 1. At this European city's airport, you can have a sandwich and, of course, a coffee at the Café Karen Blixen. It's Player 1.
Where's Copenhagen?
That is correct.
Well done in that category.
Player 1, pick again. His August 8, 1974 speech began, "Good evening. This is the 37th time I have spoken to you from this office." Player 1.
Who's Richard Nixon?
Good. You again, Player 1. In 1996, after 20 years managing the Dodgers, this man resigned.
Who's Tommy Lasorda?
Okay, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1, back. Answer. 1 of the daily double. You are in the lead right now. What are you going to wait? Here is your daily double clue. In 1869, he resigned his Western Union operator's job to devote more time to his inventions.
Or,
Who's Thomas Edison?
That puts you even further ahead. Select again. This Chief Justice resigned in 1986 to chair the commission on the bicentennial of the U.S. Constitution.
or I can just print stuff off of Google.
No, National CAA. Wow, you got CAA, don't you?
Here's the correct response. Warren Burger.
Can't buy it at all.
2,000.
Choose again, Player 1. You may know the name of this woman who left NASA in 1993 to go into the business of advanced technologies.
You can't get it at all.
Yes, Player 1.
Who is Mae West?
Sorry.
Keep getting that one.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about Mae Jemison. Please pick again, Player 1. History diverges from this film, as the Spartans also had over 1,000 men from other Greek cities fighting at Thermopylae. Player 1? You are correct. We return to you, Player 1. Johnny Depp is in England on the trail of this serial killer in the Alan Moore-inspired film From Hell. Here's what we wanted. Jack the Ripper.
Oh.
Player 1. Tom Hanks takes his son on a violent mission of retribution against a gangster boss in this film. It's Player 1.
What is Angels and Demons?
Nope. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is Road to Perdition. You get to pick again, Player 1. The Mercalli scale measures the intensity of these from 1 to 12. Okay, Player 1.
Where are earthquakes?
Yep. Player 1. Geysers aren't common. Major centers include Yellowstone, Iceland, and this country's North Island. Yes, player one.
Where's Australia?
No.
Wrong.
Any other takers? Let's hear it, player three. Nope. Anyone else? Yes, player two.
New Zealand.
Good for you. On the plus side again. You again, player two. Retronyms were created by putting this word before coffee and gasoline. Player one.
Was regular?
Yes.
Reference 800.
Player one. You, as opposed to digital, it's the kind of watch with a face and hands. Let's hear it, player one.
What is mechanical?
Sorry.
Ah.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player three. That's it. Please pick again, player three. Merriam-Webster's example of a retronym is console this. Okay, player one.
What is stereo?
No, sorry.
Ah.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
20,200.
Player two. No, that's not it.
Nope.
Anyone else?
Just leaves television.
Let's hear it, player three. Right you are. You again, player three. Frank Mankiewicz, the coiner of the word retronym, says one of his favorites is two-parent this. It's player one.
Two-parent family? Yes!
Player one, back sadly. 1994's The Crow, about a man who comes back from the dead, was the last for this star. Okay, player one.
Who is Brandon Lee?
Correct. Player one. The second daily double, and you're in the lead now. Please select your wager, player one. All right, here's your clue. Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson are friends who move in together after high school in this spooky film.
What is Ghost World?
Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. Select again. This rock can be formed by the accumulation of shells or coral, but not from citrus fruit. Yes, player three. And good.
Limestone.
Choose again, player three. Here's Kelly to start us off.
Made from minerals deposited by dripping water, these geological formations grow up from cavern floors.
Here's what we were looking for. Stalagmites. We return to you, player three. The Washington Post called Live This a classic retronym. It's player one.
What is live drama?
You got it.
And the last one.
Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? A 6-mile wide caldera, or volcanic crater, is a highlight of La Palma in this Spanish island group off Africa. Yes, player one.
What are the Canaries?
That is correct.
And I finished around with 34,000. Samuel has
Only two of
5,500
you
and
will be
Katie
going on to
as far as
Final
1,200. She will not be
Sorry,
around
player
for Final Jeopardy. And our category is...
Final Jeopardy still to come. And here's the category. Economics. You need to select your wager.
Okay, and my wager is going to be... let's see. How about... Hang on a second. Okay, I have 34,000 right now. Okay, let's try for 25. $25.64.
Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. And the clue reads, in 2007, this 18th century professor and writer became the first Scotsman to appear on an English banknote. Did you come up with the correct response? And that correct response was...
I got it right.
What did you put as your response? And this correct response will add how much to your score?
$25.64. Taking me up to $36,564.
Congratulations, player one. You're the winner.
That takes
Good game, everyone.
$250,000. I will see you next time.